We now return to Let's Play Zeus. I think I've figured out how I want to fix this problem. So I've taken out a little bit of a chunk of the road down here, and we're just going to use that to give ourselves the space that we need. Now, perhaps before this evolves too much further, I was thinking that I would put maybe a fish pond here, or potentially a monument. Now, the difference really, I don't know that there is a big one as far as the effectiveness. Obviously, I think the monuments are supposed to be slightly better, but I'm not entirely sure that is true. And there goes that guy there. But either way, I can put the monument and whatnot here, or I can put it over here. And I was thinking in here would probably be better. It would definitely push a little bit harder. But either there or there. But this, I think, being closer to the center of this, would probably push back. So let's go ahead and just put in the remainder over here, and this will be good too because it means that I can use this in parallel with the big block over here for common housing that I want to make. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that, and we're just going to put in a happiness monument, and we'll use that to do park in the back, flower garden, and then of course the gazebo. So I think that should be pretty good for there. Now this one makes me nervous down here. Yeah, it's kind of what I thought was going to happen because of this big ugliness right here. Now that's okay because I don't really intend to have this extend much further beyond here. So I can actually utilize this a little bit better for offsetting that appeal, and I think we'll just go ahead and put down, well, I was going to say I could put down a monument, but let me think about this for a minute, because I do 1, 2. That is just going to be a huge amount of I don't know what goes here. So I could just turn it into a pretty big garden, which I should probably do anyway, just to offset whatever horrible appeal is going on there. So let's just do Smyrna wants a ton of sculpture that it is probably not going to get. Maybe I should just do this right here in the middle, and then do a happiness monument right outside with a Doric column at the back. Well, that's okay for that, but it still doesn't fix this, which is ever going to be a problem, I feel. We fixed that a little bit. I do kind of know sort of what I want to go on back here. So we'll make it like that, and we'll just fill it in for right now. Actually, I can do, let's say, a removal there, and we'll put some Corinthian column in between as a divide. Still waiting on armor there. Culture venues. More culture venues. Are you kidding me? We should have all culture going on right now. So we have philosophers. Did I not? I didn't leave room for a podium. Ah. Okay. So, we could do actor studio here instead, and because I got the podium, I think I just swapped these out. That's how we handle that. Because otherwise it has athletes and competitors. It doesn't have actors either. So that's why I had the actor studio over here. Okay, well, So why wasn't it Purdue? Oh, because it's touching this. So they're going out. What? Yeah, because it's circulating around. Ah, fuck. Okay. So, drama school there. This is also not going to solve this issue that I'm about to do here, because that needs to go in a bit so that this now touches that. And we'll put in a park here, and then we will do a college here, and we will remove this for a podium. So, a way to fix that appeal. There really isn't. Obviously doing whatever we can here, but this kinda... I think we're just gonna have to do drastic measures and eat into it with this. Maybe I'll do something like that then. We'll put in a scholar monument and a Corinthian column here. That is not enough to reach that and offset it. Barely, but not enough. What else could I be doing here? I honestly don't see a lot. I guess I could just put in column all along here. Which isn't really enough to push it back, unfortunately. So this is doing what now? It's just accepting olive oil, of which we have a lot. We really don't need to have a secondary one, I suppose. I could remove it to put a garden in. That is kind of the point of that. And I feel like putting down housing out here, but we have the ability to offset it there. Okay. Now the whole reason I'm even doing this, that I'm even worrying about it like it is just so I have an even number in a full company that they will provide. So I think we'll just go ahead and do this. Knock that out. Put in a hedge maze. It's still not enough, because it is coming from a different direction. This is really aggravating, actually. But by taking that out and putting that house back in there, I just don't have any other option. I mean, especially since I'd be taking the podium out too. I could put the podium back in down here. I have no idea. Okay, well, let's move on to something else whilst I rack my brain over that. Really, the only thing I have left, it looks like, is... I mean, I guess we can do another one of those. I decided to stop accepting stuff here. The Smyrna thing should probably be over. Oh yes, we've neglected another large part of the development of the city, which is putting down this hall for Odysseus. So, push that over one. That gives me... Well, because I'm not really sold on the idea of... I mean, it would have to be here, but I could push it back one, right? And then we still got the road going around. About there. We'll just do there. So come around here. We now have the road that goes like that. And it will go up in here. And then I have a choice. I can either bring that road alongside, and I suppose I actually probably should. So we'll do avenue on the inside. Let's first do avenue on the outside. And then we'll do avenue on the inside there, and then we'll do inside avenue like so. Put a fish pond down. Probably gain me more by doing that there. Put a bench in here. Can we just send him off right now? No, we need more olive oil. A damn shame I was not able to keep that going. Well, I mean, we can just produce more. Okay. So we'll keep that moving along, and then come back up here while we wait just a bit, and we'll do... That's not even the right tab. Well, we need a gazebo so you can sit right there and look at the fish pond, of course. And then we'll go something like this. Now I'm thinking maybe we could do some Corinthian column along the pathway here. Actually, no, we can just make that avenue, because it should be. Now what are we touching over here? These angles are slightly difficult to wrap around. Is this a... So we could do a 3x thing there. I could waste a monument, but that is unnecessary. You know, I think I'm just going to get rid of this and just do straight park. Oh, well, that's not working because of that. So here's where we can put the column, I guess. Just a couple columns standing up, sure. And now it looks great. Okay. Can I suppose this is the way out of this. There we go, that's a little bit better, but now I'm not in this tab, so now I can't actually see it. Boulevard. Should I do a road along the backside anyway? I suppose I should. I don't think it's going to affect anything, really. We'll do boulevard. Sort of. It'd have to be... Can it go the whole way? Well, for starters, I need to remove some of this, and I'm going to have to anyway. So we need to move around. The reason I say that is because now I need this road to connect. There we go. So we have boulevard in there. We will do... Well, you know what? Let's just go ahead and start putting in the rest of this gatehouse thing. I can put this here. Yeah, we'll put it there. Wall, no, wall here, and then bring it out the other side, where we will have to do a little bit of finagling. And I don't actually know that I need to remove that. I definitely do. Alright. So pretty much going to be... Oh, no. Pretty much going to be removing a good chunk of all of this. As well as that was actually unnecessary. I could have left some of the trees on the outside of that. Okay, tower. I can't put it there because it needs to be on top of wall, so wall first. Oh, good grief. Would you just cooperate? There we go. There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay, so now we can put tower here, which needs access to road. So just do that instead, which will allow me to put down, well, it doesn't really look like much actually, but I can just put down park, I suppose. Let's actually remove that and put down Corinthian column. Okay. So tower anywhere else is kind of unnecessary and not going to work anyway. We can try to hide this ugliness over here by putting a tower in. I could put a tower in... Well, I can't put it here because then it blocks. So it has to be here. It blocks this little corner path here. And to make sure it is in fact touching, there we go. So I've got, what, 200 people? Let's go ahead and turn on the manning of the walls. Let's turn that off. Okay. But at least I now have a better idea of what that's going to take. So let's just finish off the wall section while we're up here, and we will have our little Acropolis. Nice and protected. Like so? Sure. And then... there we go. That looks to be it. Tower. Come over here to this. I really can't get a good look at this from how it is. That will actually cover that up. I actually kind of enjoy that, but perhaps it should be... no, because that won't cover that. That will. Perhaps we can do another tower. Well, but it won't be touching road unless I remove that bench. So I'm going to have to remove that bench, and this is not itself touching road, so I don't know if that's going to work. If that will count. So it says it still needs access to road, so the answer to that is no. And now it is road. Wait a minute. So it turned it into road, even though it shouldn't have been? I don't know what's going on there. Look in the back, and we see that this section right here could be, but it's not going to cover anything. But that should be touching road, actually. No? Oh, good grief. Yeah, because I got the stupid boulevard thing going on here. So it requires us to go... will it even touch this? I don't think it's even touching that. It would actually have to go here, in which case we could go here. And we're basically doing a... just a big weird thing back here. But whatever. It's fine for now. What isn't fine, however, is that I've now removed most of my olive trees, so I'm going to have to bring that back in. That's not at all where that's at. Olive tree. So I'm going to just do a drag here, and that might be too much. As you can see, they are in fact now dealing with the ones in front of Athena. Got a little vines. In fact, let's do grapevine on the inside. And between that and what Dionysus has there, I think that should be more than enough. Now, the removal of this kind of seems silly, I know. Because now what am I going to put out here, right? Exactly. I have no idea. I mean, I guess I could do a half and half out here. Outside the walls. And then this will just be the inside of the walls. I should probably actually do that before I completely destroy my economy. We'll just do half and half. And I realize that the majority of this is not going to get grown or tended, cultivated, or anything, but at least it's there now. And so we just finished this off with my avenue. And this is going to run into that one right there. Those two. So we'll just remove a couple of those. It looks like we have plenty of them anyway. bring those in, and then this is running in front, so we'll put that there. We'll put in some park along there, and I don't know. Put a few things in. What am I missing along here? Garden, obviously. Okay. So it's a little bit of weirdness going on there, but I believe that is complete. So just taking a look at the wall from the outside. I mean, it's alright. We're never going to get this because I'm not keeping it. I'm not providing it. So maybe I should, well, first of all, I should probably turn off the sale of it. That's armor. Bronze. Okay. So we've turned off that. I'm accepting armor purely just as a drop-off point, I suppose. There is no reason. You know, I wonder if moving this over here, because as you see, we're kind of overusing this, but put a park in the middle there and put that over here. I know it is kind of central to what I had going on, but anyway, let's, I've got 200 people, but that's not enough to man the walls. So, an easy way to consume all of these extras is, of course, just laying down another housing block. I'm going to go ahead and do, because we're going to need one of these anyway. Or should I put it here? You know, putting the hospital right next to where everyone's getting their food and stuff may not seem like a great idea, but I'm just trying to think that it'd be right across the street from something that would be offsetting any bad appeal. But we'll just have to make do otherwise. Oh, we've already got one of those, so never mind that. We'll put in one of those, and we'll put in one of those. And we'll do something like that. In fact, let's just grab... Oh, I see. Well, in that case, I will... In that... Oh my god. In that case, let's take that and go something like this, and then I will take that, and that would actually line up right there for a road. Now, why would I want to do this? I have no idea, other than to shortcut my way into here, and that would probably throw off completely the walking paths to get there. But I guess instead we can just put column. And let's see, we're going to be putting in... Well, really, I guess I have overused a lot of this. Let's put in podium. And we will do like a flower garden kind of there. And a gazebo there. And park. And that will be my next housing block. So that should have access to, well, right now has access to nothing. We need a food vendor. And we need a... Hold the phone. Hold the phone. 31. Damn it. I thought it looked like it was enough. But it looks like there's one right there. Ooh, that should be it. That should do it. Send for Odysseus. Perfect. I say that, but now that I've completely emptied the city of my
sacred olive tree to bear fruit.
May the city never want for olive oil. Ah, awesome. So, are we full up again? We're not. So what the hell did that do? Is she walking with them, or is she taking them?
I am pleased to provide this city with my favorite fruit and this wholesome oil.
So she must have produced them and they are walking with her, and now she is taking this to where? Ah. Alright, well, I mean, that's not quite what I was hoping for. I was really hoping for... Oh. She must have done that too. Cool.
It is truly a pleasure to live in this city.
I mean, you don't really live in the city at the moment, and speaking of that, perhaps that's the next thing I need to develop. They need fleece in this neighborhood, which is actually something I did intend.
World-renowned Odysseus, King of Ithaca, is here. Penelope will have to wait a long time before she sees me again. This city is so great.
Okay. So he's got to go there, and then we have to send him out immediately. I'll wait until he shows up here, of course. It's a darn shame we didn't get to keep Achilles. We still have another Temple Hill to fill in. So, I guess let's just fill in all the employees now, because what else am I doing with them? I guess I can put another third thing in the back there. I'm not sure where they're getting their other culture from here. But I'm going to fill this in like so. And we'll do park and a bench. And then we'll just, once we get a huge amount of people, which we kind of already have, but once we get more, I will turn on my walls, and then that will just consume them, and I can start utilizing them in other places. Wine does in fact somehow appear to be an issue. That's pretty interesting. So let's add another one of those, and I do have other space around here for increasing that. Armor production's fine. Sculpture production appears to be just fine because we got a lot of that. So I guess I could do an accepting of sculpture. Maybe not a lot. Well, okay. So half and half. I can turn on the selling of olive oil again, because now I feel comfortable enough with that. Let's go ahead and speed this up. Ah, so these guys must be evolving because of the neighbors. That's the only thing I can think. How are we doing on food? Plenty of food. Still kind of debatable, I would imagine. This is not going to work. This right here. This doesn't work. So the alternative is basically to flip these things, and I'm going to need to put a big appeal structure up here regardless. That's really the only way to offset that, but will it be enough is the question. Because we have enough down here right now to offset this stuff, but I think this is going to have to be this pure white in order to really see some balance. So I guess we'll just do this now. We've got athlete monument. I'm sure these people actually would also appreciate that we don't have migrants coming in through their back garden to get to their new homes. Okay, I'm going to put that down there, and I'm going to remove this, and we're going to see the difference. Okay, I think that should still be enough. So let's remove this, and probably turn around before I start destroying things I don't want to. That, and then I guess that too. Because now that's going to be a thing. So we need to put this back in here. And we need to come into park. Okay, that'll work. Just looking at this, seeing if I can configure this any other way to make it work, and not really. So I had plans here that are not going to be viable because now I need to put down the tax office here as well as the podium. And this could be some strange offsetting that's not really going to work out the way I hope. It's really going to depend upon where this philosopher goes. So why don't we look at culture. We'll wait for the man in the podium to show up. We got one. Okay. He did walk this way, so next time he should pop out and walk that way. Philosophy sticks around for a while, though. I'm okay with that. In fact, actually, the reason this is working on the inside is because they're traveling around this loop. I am not sure why it's working here for so long. But it... oh, because we need to be actually looking at philosophers. Oh, that's not. Him walking by here is not enough? Well, either way, it appears to be working anyhow. We're getting an actor going to the theater frequently enough. It's like 2 of them, 3 of them for every... man, we produce a lot of actors. That's crazy. Okay, let's bring this down to normal speeds again. We're now looking at enormous amounts of people unemployed, so they can all go on the wall. Cuts it in half. That's pretty crazy. And let's just see what towers are and are not actually being manned. I knew that one wouldn't be. That one is not, strangely. Oh, not so strange when you don't run a road to it. I guess I needed to, but see, now he's going to wander off this way. That throws this whole thing. So unless I bring him down 2, so that I can block it off, well, I can just remain unmanned for a moment, because I'm going to want to connect up the walls behind here eventually. So that one's all good to go. The city is defended. We can always put in a few more in places, so I'm okay with that. Okay, cool. Well, aside from one that I knew and one that I didn't really think too much about, everything is working there, so that's good. Alright, well, this seems to sustain itself now, so this initial thing that I created for myself as a problem actually wasn't a problem. And we have someone...
There are no enemies here now, but I'm ready just the same.
We have one on... I didn't actually know you could click on these guys on the wall.
There are no enemies here now, but I'm ready just the same.
So let's see if we can get one. I don't think they will. I don't think they will take the diagonals now. I don't know that for sure. Let's see if this guy goes. Nope. Pop back in. I don't think they're going to take diagonals. Although this one... nope. They only go a short distance from there. Okay. Well, anywhere else that the wall is kind of weird like that I could maybe... Not really. Okay, well, whatever. So anyway, as I was saying, now that this has sort of sustained itself and is stabilized and we've got this all good to go, what is... They need more access to culture. Of course they do. Everyone is going this way around them. I don't know really what else to put in here. Theater's too much, and putting in a gymnast also brings along an athlete, and the athletes are already going through. So that provides us a lot. This didn't really develop in the way I'd thought it would, just because of that element. But you know what? That's all right. We still have a lot of people to bring in, and food, I guess, can be the big thing that handles that. But we need some horses, so we need to get that production up here running. And what else? obviously I do want another housing block here and a housing block here, and we can make them small housing blocks, and it's already a small housing block, but I can develop it to have fewer people. And then I'm still on the fence about whether I want to put something here. It would fit, but do we need this many people? Otherwise, what goes there anyway? Production buildings could be. I could just literally put buildings to add our culture up. So maybe that'll just be culture row or something. I don't know. That seems kind of a lame thing to do for the city, and I do want to bring this out, which means that I still want to put industry there, so I can still put people to work. Of course, we have Hephaestus's Hill, and then I need this little detour up here where I'm going to put just an agora and some random houses up here. So there's still just a little bit of development left, but and then of course we have to go conquering our rivals, because that's just what you do, right? Sure. Okay, I'm going to end this one here, and I'll see you next time.